Howdy, hot shots. Coming to you from Not a Financial Advisor land with not financial advice. It's Kevin with Earth 2 Mastery, and today we're taking over the Ecomi world. So grab your Frosted Flakes because this video is going to be sweet. We're going to talk about how OMI is going to 10x their burn very soon. Okay, guys, so you know that the Ecomi has not been burning recently because ever since the Nightwing drop, they've had trouble tabulating, calculating. The marketplace has been shut down. We're going to get a huge Ecomi burn here pretty soon. I'm guessing at least 200 million Ecomi will be burned after they get all of that tabulated from all of the collectibles in the store that have been sold. We also have a lot of extra Ecomi that is sitting in the vault. Probably over $1 billion sitting in the vault after having gems purchased, but all those gems have not been spent yet, so they won't be burned yet. Those Ecomi aren't actually moved to the out of circulation vault until they are spent. So even though people have gems sitting in their account, the Ecomi is not out of circulation yet. I'm assuming the reason they have that extra step is because if there are refunds, if there are payment cancellations, whatever the case may be, they don't want to have their Ecomi already moved to the out of circulation wallet because I'm not 100% sure if they could ever get it out again. So if they sell gems and move them directly to the out of circulation wallet, and then the gems were refunded, that could open up the doors to a lot of manipulation, and I'm sure they don't want that because they want the app to have long-term viability. What is going to happen soon is the marketplace is going to open up, and that is where the most Ecomi is removed from the secondary market. That's how they get up to 70% removed from the secondary market is through that marketplace. So right now, because the marketplace is down, people have resorted to selling their collectibles on eBay, selling their collectibles through Facebook Marketplace, selling their collectibles on Discord or through Telegram. And that's unfortunate for the people that hold Ecomi because the Ecomi is not burnt until the gems are spent. So if somebody buys gems in the marketplace or on the VeVe app, and then they spend them in the marketplace, then you get burned Ecomi. But if they just send the gems to somebody via the send to function, then those Ecomi aren't going to be burned. And so it's better for us if somebody actually goes through the process of purchasing through the marketplace rather than outside the app. But since the marketplace hasn't been open, people have had to resort to selling elsewhere. So it's not really good for the app and it's not good for the Ecomi holders. And it's also not as safe for the people selling and buying. So we really need to get the marketplace open back up. I can't remember how long they've been saying that it was going to open back up. Somebody was saying that I said that it was going to be open every week all the time. They might be right because maybe they were saying that it was going to be open last week and then it didn't. And now they're saying that it's going to be open this week, but it's not. I'm not 100% sure, but Ecomi is bouncing back nicely today. A lot of times we see a dip after a drop. I think that could be because Ecomi is switched to gems for the drop, but because that function wasn't available this time, it wasn't an issue to bring the price of Ecomi down. We've got 5 days and 23 hours till Uniswap now. Hopefully, who knows, they may postpone it again. If they postpone it till Uniswap, is it V3 that's coming out that's going to reduce the gas fees for the swaps? That would be okay with me because who wants to pay high gas fees just to make transactions? I've never used Uniswap. I might actually start using it once the gas fees are lower because I just don't feel like having to recoup 25% of my investment before I even break even, possibly more for the swap back. You might, some of these transactions, you might have to be making 50% just to break even because of the high gas fees and swap fees and the slippage. So Uniswap is not necessarily the most profitable thing to use at this stage, but once it goes over to V3 with the lower gas fees, I think it'll be better. So I'm saying that OMI token burn is going to at least 10x once the marketplace is back open, because all of the secondary sales can amount to much more than the primary sales. Dollar-wise and percentage of token buyback, it's even higher. Because here's what happens for people that haven't known or forgot. In the store, if there's $1,000 of gem app purchase and 1,000 gems go to the in-app gem wallet, a user spends 500 gems on new NFTs. So 500 gems leaves their wallet, $35 goes to a 10% buyback. And that comes from 30% of the 500 gems go to the App Store for fees, and then 10% of the remaining revenue for the company is used for buybacks. But in the marketplace, if 100 gems is spent, they wind up doing a $70 buyback. Okay, so that's 70% of the spend, and 2.5%, I think, goes to the company. 30% goes to the App Store. But the nice thing about this is it could multiply. And I'm going to have to try to talk to a dev to see exactly how that would work. Because let's say you buy a collectible from me for 50 gems. And then I use those 50 gems to go and buy collectible in the marketplace, and somebody else gets those 50 gems, and then they use that 50 gems to buy a collectible in the store. Are their Ecomi burnt every step along the way, or is it only the first transaction because that's the time when the gems were purchased from the App Store? So there is a little bit of an ambiguity there that I need an answer to. I'm going to try to find an answer for us and get back to you on that. But the bottom line is that only 10% of the revenue is used for buybacks on store purchases, and 70% of the revenue is used for buybacks in the marketplace. So we need to open up the marketplace. In addition to that, a lot of times the collectibles are selling for 5 to 10 times as much in the marketplace. So it's 70% of 5 to 10 times as much. Now, they're not selling as many collectibles in the marketplace as they do in the store because a lot of people hold on to them. But assuming that the 5 to 10x price matches the total value of the drop, even though only a tenth of them are being resold, that could be at least seven times the Ecomi burned, in addition to the Ecomi burned on the initial drop. So once the marketplace opens back up, which I hope to be soon, we're going to be more profitable for ourselves because we're going to be able to start flipping collectibles. And hopefully, in very short order after that, we're able to move our gems to Ecomi, which is going to allow us to participate in the Ecomi market in between drops. So like if we want to buy a collectible, we can convert to Ecomi to gems and then buy the collectible. But when we sell the collectible, we can convert the gems back to Ecomi so that we don't sit in a stable coin, because I would rather be sitting in Ecomi than in gems. But in addition to that functionality, we also want the marketplace open because then we're able to flip our collectibles so we can buy more collectibles or more Ecomi, and we can also burn more Ecomi because of the higher percentage that is spent on buybacks and a higher dollar amount of gems that are burned. So it all gets very confusing when you try to think about it from all these different angles. It's better if you sit down with a little pen and a piece of paper. That's why I pulled up these flow charts just to show the difference between new NFTs and the marketplace NFTs. But if you can kind of conceptualize that 7 times the percentage is being purchased from the secondary market, we know that marketplace transactions can contribute greatly to the rise in Ecomi price over time. And that's basically what we want to happen. In order for full app functionality, we need to have the marketplace open. In order for interaction, we need to have the marketplace open. In order to profit on our NFTs, we need the marketplace open. And in order to burn more Ecomi and drive the Ecomi price up, we need the marketplace open. So in my opinion, that's even more important than the Uniswap listing. I'd rather them have a countdown to the marketplace opening than the Uniswap listing, because eventually it's going to be listed on all the exchanges. So who really cares? I don't care if it's next week or the week after or 3 weeks from now when it's listed on Uniswap. That doesn't make a lick of difference to me. But what does make a difference is the marketplace opening. So as far as I'm concerned, in addition to more drops more often and fixing their drop style, the marketplace has to be priority number one. So let me know what you guys think down below. Say OMI is my homie for the algos, and I'll talk to you later.